Continuation of our lectures from stage 1, where I said that we need to minimize one of the loss functions. And I said we can minimize mean square error. Here, before we do that, we are going to look at the variables we are going to use. We look at the variables we are going to use, number 1. Then number 2, the preparation of the variable before we port them to the software that we are going to use for this estimation. The software we are going to use is Rapid Miner version 7.6. Rapid Miner has inherent capacity to estimate data mining techniques. Various data mining techniques ranging from bias, naive bias, decision tree, neural network, deep neural network or deep learner, all forms of machine learning techniques can be operationalized using a Rapid Miner. Today, we are going to use Rapid Miner version 7 for our estimation process. Before importing data to Rapid Miner to operationalize artificial neural network, the data need to be split into two. The first part of the data will be called training data. Training data sets. The second part will be called testing data sets. In the training data set, we have all the input variables. All the input variables that will be used to predict close price. Because my focus in this section 2 or stage 2 is the application of neural network in predicting stock price. So therefore, we look at the inputs, which we call attributes, that will be used to predict stock price. So I'll be considering opening price as one of my attributes, close price, low price, high price, volume. These are the attributes I will use to predict close price. In this section of training data, you have to include a label variable. A label variable is the variable we want to predict. Therefore, one of the attributes, which is close price, will be labeled, will be called or renamed, label, because that is the attribute we want to predict. Then in the testing data set, data will only be made available for the period of our prediction. Now, in my training data, I have historical prices, historical close prices, historical low prices, historical volume, historical high prices. Up till a certain period. Then, from that period of prediction, that will coincide with the testing data set. Meaning that the testing data set is meant for the period of prediction, while the training data set is meant for the period where we have to train the machine. We have to train the machine, and the machine will learn from this data. Meaning that we are providing the training data set for the machine to learn from them so that it will be able to make a prediction. Therefore, let me show you my training data set and also the testing data set. My training data sets have been arranged as you can see here. Now we have the first column, we have the second column, third column, fourth column, fifth and sixth column. The first column is date. It's an attribute started from 1st January 2nd, 2010. Then we have the opening price for that day, we have the close price, we have the high price or the highest price, the lowest price, and volume. Then we have the data streaming from that day down to 2016, that is 12th January 2016. Now this 12th January 2016 end our training data, meaning that these are the data that will be used to train the model, or the model will learn from, will study it from, so that it can use them as a basis for making prediction. However, like I said, by the time these data are imported to RapidMiner, our prediction focus is on close price. So this attribute close price will be changed to label, as we see as the lecture continues. Now I will close this. Let me open my testing data set. My testing data set covers the period of my prediction. We start from 1st January 2017 to 12th January 2017. That is the period of my prediction. I also have the opening price, close price, highest price, lowest price, and volume. Now this data set will now be imported to RapidMiner. I will import them to RapidMiner. The first step is that I will open the RapidMiner. There are two ways of opening RapidMiner. Is either I double click or I will right click and open. I can take any of the option. So let me take the first option. By double clicking, the RapidMiner software will open for me. It's still rolling. Okay, it's about to open now. It will take some few minutes. Can you pause it? Okay, start. It has opened. Now we can seal the opening an existing process. We are not trying to open an existing process, so therefore we close this up. Then we have the process area. This is the process area. This area is called the process area. Then we have the repository area. Then we have the operator section or segment. In this segment, whatever operator we want to use, whatever algorithm we want to use, we can type it here where we have search for operator. So it will be difficult for us, or it will waste time if we are searching for the operator here. But by typing the operators here, it will pop up. Then we can now select it and drag it to the process area. Now our data are found or are stored in Excel. Because they are stored in Excel, we have to read Excel from the operator segment to import our data to RapidMiner. Therefore, let me type read When I type read here, read Excel will come up. As we can see, it has come up. Then I can click on it and drag it to the process area. I can also double click. When I double click, automatically it will jump to the process area. As you can see, it is there already. Now, since it's here, you can see that there is a yellow color here, meaning that something is wrong. Whenever an operator comes here and you have the yellow color, something is wrong. If it is perfectly done, then the yellow color will disappear. So after bringing the data here, if this yellow color is still here, then something is missing. So to import the data here, we can use the import configuration wizard. We can use the import configuration wizard under the parameter. Just click on it. Now it takes you to where your data are. My data is in desktop. I will look for them in desktop. Now these are my data. We have training practice data. It's my training data. I will bring it up. And import it to the RabbitMiner. Then I will click next. I will also click next. Then I will click next. Then thereafter, I will go to close price. Like I said, the attributes need to be changed. I will change it to label. And then I will now click on finish. You can see the red substance has gone, meaning that the operation is effectively carried out. Pause it.